Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. These are some of the photos of the meeting today, June 10, 2023, where people are concerned about legislation about to happen. It's still in the draft format. It has not been finalized, but people saw fit to walk today because they say they are concerned. But out of the 300 people who showed up, people are saying it was a very small crowd. Out of the few people who showed up, maybe within your own ranks, you should take a survey. You're always looking at the government and trying to keep the government in check, but maybe you should consider who among you are beyond what you are walking against. Who among you, let's put it a different way. Out of the 300 people, 300 people who showed up today, how many of you are or have been faithful in relationships? How many of you curse at your children? How many of you live in a situation where the partitions in the house are thin and your young children can hear you in your next room if you are having, a night and you're having, relations? How many of you have appropriate or good accommodations where you are separate from your children and the walls are secure enough that they will not overhear anything that's going on with you and maybe a partner? How many of you have that? How many of you have reproduced and the person who fertilized your egg is not around? I mean, we are talking about out of the people who march, because I have a feeling that you're marching against yourselves. Okay? How many of you recognized the career criminal that was among you, the criminals among you? How many of you recognized the pedophiles among you in that crowd? How many of you? Did you look around? Did you look to see who's walking? Do you care? If you care about what the government is doing, and the government is a body of people you elected them, shouldn't you care about the people that you are photographed standing next to, walking next to, parading next to? Shouldn't you care about that? What about the age of consent? Are you comfortable having your children predated upon at 16? Are you comfortable with that? When they tell you that child is too young to vote, that child is too young to go looking for a job, but yet you allow people to come to your house and take them away. You're okay with that? Did you walk against that? So with everything I said and more, because I didn't even touch on the 11 plus, and that's a sore point. I mean, there's so much. There are so many things that you can really raise your voices against that are present, that are law that is written in, and you went along with it. You have gone along with a whole lot of stuff from before. So would you rather nothing happen? Would you rather them say, okay, we're not going to do anything to what is already there, we're just going to leave things the way they are? Is that okay with you? And is it okay with you because you went along with it for decades? You don't want to see any sort of change? None? Because what you have gone along with, it's not nice. It doesn't bode well for people looking at you. It does not look good. It does not look good. The things that you already have signed off on, haven't marched against, haven't protested against, you've gone along with it. and you're okay with it. So you're marching against yourselves. You are marching because you know that you have brought children into this world that you have cursed. You swear at them. You are marching because you are guilty that you allow teachers to go with your kids, and when they come home with money, you don't ask questions because maybe you can get $20 here, $20 there. You marched because you do not have proper accommodations when you have kids and they overhear you when you're doing your business. That's why you marched. You marched. You marched because you feel guilty. There's a sense of guilt. You cannot even homeschool your kids. If push were to come to shove, you do not even have the capacity to homeschool your kids because you do not have that educational background. You do not have it. You do not have it to give them. You've brought them into the world, and if they were to, let's say they were to swallow something and it went down the wrong way, you do not even know how to give your child CPR. You will not even know how to resuscitate your child. You're incapable of simple things like that. That's why you march. That's why you march. You are marching against yourselves, okay? You are marching against yourself. And you must ask, who in that crowd were career criminals, who were pedophiles, who were in incestuous relationships, grown, but still within that, who do not have proper accommodations for their kids. And there are a whole host of questions you can ask within that crowd that walked. You can do a survey and get back to me on it. Get back to me on it, because at the end of the day, you are going to see subconsciously that that march was against you. You marched against yourselves. You marched against yourselves. And then there were some people that had ulterior motives. They want to be seen. They just want to be seen. This is Sherry Veronica.